Hey, so this is just kind of like a casual video. I'm doing my hair. And I just wanted to share with you guys how I actually manifest things into existence in my life. So, a lot of people have this idea that there's one way to accomplish things where you kind of have to hustle and you need to have this elaborate plan that you write down and then you have to follow things in a specific order, step by step. And you basically need to be so disciplined. And the traditional sense of discipline is pretty much the idea that you need to have task blocks where you specifically work on what you're supposed to do when you planned it, blah, 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 blah. Great. That works for some people, but that doesn't work for everybody. I'm not somebody who operates that way, guys. So I wanted to share with you guys how I got a lot of my stuff done and my strategy of how I actually manifest things in my life. And that's actually the approach I take since I was little. I hadn't read any books on it or anything. It's just what I did and it worked for me. So it's really important for me to share that to you so that you know that you don't, if you don't operate in the traditional sense or that doesn't work for you or that gives you a lot of anxiety, you don't need to do it everyone else's way. Like you don't have to do it. The what I have learned in my lifetime is that the right way is your way. The way that works for you, that gives you results. And so I'm going to share a little bit about you guys how I manifested specifically my music video for Frozen. So let's go on. Oh, you guys, I recently launched my brand new website. I have a free meditation gift, have some videos here. That was in a 6 month a 6 month, um, wow. What am I even saying? This was a 6 month project. And I worked really hard on it. So if you guys are curious, feel free to come check out my brand new website. You even kind of have your own journey here. If you want to learn more about me, you can kind of click in and see my first show that I ever sang, a little video of me. You can learn more about my story and how I became a wellness coach. And I will also talk about myself on video. Anyways, lots of cool stuff. You can learn about my program. Anyways, so this is kind of a cool thing, but we're going to go on my creative page today. I've kind of shared some stories about why, the story behind some of my original songs that I've written. But I wanted to kind of go over Frozen. By the way, if you haven't checked them out yet, you can go right now on my website or in any of your music stores. But this is my song Frozen, and I want to share with you how I manifested this into existence. So, 2 years before the video was shot is when I wrote the song. And when I wrote that song, I had this vision for what I really wanted to what I really wanted the music video to look like for this song, to really represent what I was experiencing and to express the emotion, right? And I had this idea of me fighting against, like demons in my head in a sense, and it's like very metaphorical. And I was feeling really passionate about this. And what I really wanted to do was and what I really wanted was to have that happen. So I was very clear in my head about what I wanted this music video to be, and I was clear that I really wanted to do it someday. It would feel kind of sad if it never came to life, but I didn't necessarily have the resources or the right connections to make it successfully come to life. So I just put it in the back of my head, and this is how I go about my life. I'll get really clear on my vision and my goals. I'm going to put the video on stop because I think it's kind of lagging right now. Anyways, you can go check it out on my website. But basically, that's really funny position that I'm stopped at there. There we go. That's a little better. But yes, I put it in the back of my mind. Anytime I want to manifest something in my life, I want to make something happen. I don't necessarily have a plan, you guys. Like, I have a plan, but it's a loose plan. It's not the traditional type of plan that you would envision. And I get it. You might be talking to somebody and they're like, "What's your plan?" And if you don't have it the traditional way where you're presenting it that way, they might not take you seriously, which is kind of annoying. But you guys, there's different ways to succeed at things. So, what I did was I get very clear on my goals and what I want to do. And then I put it in the back of my head, the back of my mind, and I just go about my life. But as things happen, as things come up, as opportunities come, I don't waste my energy on the wrong opportunities that won't get me what I'm looking for. What I do is I use my clarity in order to make decisions moving forward. So there are various people who would find my music, approach me, say that they want to shoot a music video for me, but it wasn't a good fit. And I knew that because I had bad experience in the past with people shooting music videos for me that completely flopped and did not turn out well. So I was learning from experience to trust myself and start discerning these things. And I could even see if some, like, the direction someone was going and if it would match with the fact that I wanted dancing and dancers and a little bit of, like, theatrics in a sense, right? And I wanted to capture the whole vision in various ways. It takes a very special, unique person to come along and a team to create that. So I was patient. I didn't go and try to make this video with anybody else or anything like that. And I had also learned to be mindful that I don't have to be spending all of my money in trying to make things happen, which is a very unhealthy mindset that they put in our heads when we're trying to make it in the creative industry, unfortunately, in specific industries. If you want it enough, you're going to put all your money into this. Well, guess what? Your well-being is more important. And that doesn't actually give you sustainable results, nor does it guarantee you results. So, not the best strategy for someone who's not trying to hustle their ASS off. So 2 years later, Christian approached me. He found me online. He was doing a bunch of research. He put like 10 artists on the list, then, met with them, narrowed it down, and he wanted to work with me. He wanted to produce a music video for my song, for one of my songs. And so after meeting with him and everything, I was able to understand and recognize that this was a good opportunity and this aligned with my goals. He might actually be able to recreate my vision. And he was very open and interested in recreating the vision I had for my song, which is great. Because some people, they just want to do their own thing, which is fine. But this was very specific. So he was totally interested in that. I didn't really even know just how serious he was, how much of a team he would be bringing in until the day of, and I saw everything, but I had a good feeling about it and it aligned with my goals. And so because I had the clarity, I was able to make that decision and say, yes, let's take this opportunity. And it turned out great. So super grateful for that entire team and for Christian. And, now I have this music video that really, really aligns with not only what I strongly felt I wanted to create for the expression of the song, but even it kind of ties into everything else I'm doing. And so that is how I manifested my music video for my song Frozen into existence. And you can do the same thing for yourself. You don't necessarily need to do things everyone else's way. Honestly, in my experience, the right way is your way, the way that works for you. And so I encourage you to trust yourself, trust what you feel works for you, and find creative ways. Use your creativity to try and see, like, how you can actually make it happen. If you're curious to learn more about that, send me a message. We can chat about it. We can even do a discovery call where you'll learn how I could best support you and to see if we're a good fit. Otherwise, maybe I'll be able to guide you in the right direction. I hope this video was helpful. Have a wonderful, meaningful day.